Hi everyone, welcome to another BDSM Bites brought to you by thecage.co, a friendly, kink-positive BDSM community. Today we're going to talk about topping from the bottom, what it means and why it happens. Before we proceed, as always, please note that this discussion and BDSM in general are for consenting adults only. So, what is topping from the bottom, anyways? The term top is usually used to indicate who is giving and bottom who is receiving within a scenario. In a topping from the bottom situation, the bottom person regularly attempts to take control of the scene through suggestions, disinterest in playing, or disinterest in obeying. This is not the same as having limits or boundaries. No bottom should ever go along with tasks or scenes that fall outside of their agreed upon boundaries. An example of topping from the bottom might be a top brings out a paddle for a spanking. This is within both partners' limits. Mid spanking, the bottom begins to suggest different paddles and spanking techniques, interrupting the top's flow. It's important to note that topping from the bottom may not be done with malicious intent. Some bottoms genuinely may not realize they're doing it, or they may assume this is what's expected of them. Some may confuse topping from the bottom for much desired open communication. So, why does it happen? In some instances, it may be because a bottom has firm ideas about how they want a scene to go, but they're not the one in charge. So when the top crafts a scene that is far away from the bottom's fantasy, the bottom attempts to course correct. And why is this a problem? Well, sometimes it isn't. Topping from the bottom isn't a problem for everyone. Some tops may enjoy providing the service of fulfilling a bottom's fantasy, but for many people, power exchange is about the top calling the shots. If the bottom is making all the decisions, it isn't likely to make the top feel very dominant or in charge. But let's be clear, the bottom offering open communication is not the problem. However, intent and timing matter. Open communication generally happens before or after a scene. During a scene, aside from communicating needs, the top's control of a scene generally stays intact. Your preferences should come out in the discussion ahead of time. Once a scene starts, the scene is the top's call, and any input from the bottom should be reserved for safe words or modifications to reduce pain or discomfort. Please, never be afraid to speak up during a scene, especially if it's about your comfort or enjoyment. There's a large difference between topping from the bottom and speaking up because you're not having a good time. We continue to explore this topic in our latest Cage magazine article, Topping from the Bottom. Here we look deeper at how to recognize topping from the bottom, why it happens, and how to manage it going forward. Don't miss our other informative articles on kink, fetish, and BDSM, as well as the latest discussions, blog posts, and new members from all over the world. Thanks for watching this BDSM Bites brought to you by the Cage BDSM community. See you next time.